Hello and a very warm welcome. Thank you, Pranavi, for joining in. We are reading How to Make Our Intentions Our Reality from this amazing book, The Power of Intention. And should I thank you once again, Pranavi? Thank you.
No, not at all, Karishma.
But I am thankful for helping us read such a beautiful book. All right. There are 10 ways to practice fulfilling your intention to live your life on purpose from this day forward. Are you ready?
Yes, dear.
All right. Step number one is affirm that in an intelligent system, no one shows up by accident, including you. The universal mind of intention is responsible for all of creation. It knows what it's doing. You came from that mind and you are infinitely connected to it. There is a meaning in your existence, and you have the capacity to live from the perspective of purpose. The first step is to know that you are here on purpose. This is not the same as knowing what you are supposed to do. Throughout your life, what you do will change and shift. In fact, the changes can occur from hour to hour in each day of your life. Your purpose is not about what you do, it's about your beingness, that place within you from which your thoughts emerge. This is why you are called a human being rather than human doing. Affirm in your own words, both in writing and in your thoughts, that you are here on purpose and intend to live from this awareness at all times. Um, I loved how it has said that there is no coincidence, there is no accident for any of us to be here on this earth. I don't know. It's like, kind of something actually touchy for me because there are times when we say, "Pata nahi yaar, is कीड़े की क्या जरूरत थी?" Why God made this kind of a bug or anything, or maybe how COVID is coming back, right? But there is a purpose of everything, not only human beings, but everything that is happening here. And if we remember that, I think we will have a better acceptance of whatever happens in life to whosoever, right?
Yes.
Pranavi, do you want to share anything on this?
Nothing much, but I got attracted to this last sentence that affirm in your own words, both in writing and your thoughts, that you are here on a purpose and intend to live from this awareness at all the times. Because
Mhm.
about this lines, I heard it many times, Karishma, that when we are, in the universe, I mean, when we were not yet born, our souls will beg a lot and will give a promise to the God that, at least in this particular Jarma, I will
Mhm.
know my purpose and then
Mhm.
I'll come back with that purpose to be achieved. But the moment
Mhm.
we fall into this world, we forget our purpose. So here the author is telling again and again, you read it, you write it, but again and again, you should know that the purpose and I mean your vision should be on the purpose. So somewhere I got
Hmm.
connected to that. Yeah.
Awareness to that purpose at all the times. All right. Wow. Nice. Thank you for sharing that. So, what do you think is the purpose of human life? God realization?
It's not only the God realization, Karishma. Right now, I'm reading another book wherein it is like so magnificent to analyze the life force, like whatever the birds moving around, the air coming onto you, and feeling the breeze, and everything is such a wonderful gift gifted by the God.
The
That itself
six
is life force.
intentions.
Yeah, and this
Hmm.
life force does lot of miracles to us. I mean, this force itself will make you to analyze the potential. So, and it
Hmm.
is available to everyone. Why can't they use it? So, I don't know. I somewhere got attached to this, that oh yeah, really it's our purpose to work on our own self. And it's such an amazing thing that we can know our inner potential also, Karishma. We never know. We are always limited inside. It is such a marvelous
Hmm.
thing that you can become limitless also.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful. Step number 2 says seize every opportunity, no matter how small, to give your life away in service. Wow. Get your ego out of your intention to live a life of purpose. Whatever it is that you want to do in life, make the primary motivation for your effort something or somebody other than your desire for gratification or reward. The irony here is that your personal rewards will multiply when you are focused on giving rather than receiving. Fall in love with what you are doing and let that love come from the deep inner dwelling place of spirit. Then sell the feeling of love, enthusiasm, and joy generated by your efforts. If your purpose is felt by being super mom, then put your energy and inner drive into those children. If it is felt writing poetry or straightening your teeth, then get your ego out on the way and do what you love doing. Do it from the perspective of making a difference for someone or for some cause, and let the universe handle the details of your personal rewards. Live your purpose doing what you do with pure love. Then you will co create with the power of the universal mind of intention, which is ultimately responsible for all of the creation. This is so beautiful. All right. Pranavi, do you want to share anything on this?
It's like, as I again told you, like we are already born with a purpose. And he's literally telling you that there are few things, Karishma, to activate that life, not the life purpose, I can say that the life force, or being in unity with the God or whatever. There are few activities, and one of the activities like giving service to others. So what,
Hmm.
and the moment you do these activities, no, you're always in connecting, you're activating that life force again and again. I mean, with the constant remembrance, like either you take prayer, meditation, any exercise, anything, that which is inside, you are again and again uh, leaving the unwanted things and working on this particular activities. It's like time and again you are repeatedly activating that life force, activating that godliness. So he's telling that
Um,
you do this kind of things and the personal things would be taken care of.
Very well
So
said.
yeah, and once you do these kind of activities, no, it's my personal experience, Karishma. You
Hmm.
seriously don't crave for any ecstasies, any royalties, anything, because seriously you don't have time to dwell on those things. Rather, you feel
Hmm.
that I mean, doing all these activities repeatedly, no, you'll get addicted to these activities. So there
Uh,
itself simplicity lies, and that's why you are away from all those extra things which we
hmm.
are being domesticated by the society, or you know
I
yeah.
still
You
remember
are
that. I still remember that. My parents used to go for seva,
mm-hmm,
and when I think I was in sixth or seventh standard,
mm-hmm,
and while they were gone to the seva,
mm-hmm.
I was at my masi's place, in at my mom's sister's place,
Okay.
and what happened was I got unwell.
Mm-hmm.
With the result, I had drug rash, I had measles, and I had some food poisoning happening altogether.
Oh, oh, oh.
And and I was in a very poor state, and I was not able to eat anything, and I was puking and puking and puking at that time. So
Mhm.
so my mom, so since I was unwell, so I could not accompany my masi to the satsang.
Mhm.
And when my masi, she was, because she was also in seva, but she was doing up and down so that the kids can be also taken care of. So my masi met my dad, and she tells my dad that, you know what, Karishma, and she said my name and she started crying. And my dad
Mhm.
was looking at her, questioning what happened. So he gauged that maybe I left for the heavenly port or something, and
Mhm.
because of which she would not stop crying. And
Mhm.
uh, and then my dad was like telling her, "It's okay. Let the seva finish. We'll go home and we'll see to it. Don't worry. You go, you do your seva. We all will go back home together." And I still remember by the time, and then my dad's few friends who were with him at that time also got to know the same news. And now all these 5, 7 people are coming home together to see क्या हो गया बेटी को, इतनी छोटी
Mhm.
सी थी. And they were like, in a sad faces, all down, and in stress. And there I was sitting having grapes. The kid who was not eating since last couple of days was aram
Mhm.
se jumping around in the room and having grapes and happy. And my dad
Mhm.
was like, what happened? And my mom was like, we did our seva with all our heart, and everything at home was taken care of.
Yes.
And that day, the trust and you know, the depth in which the seva they were doing, it grew so deep that they were like, oh, we can do whatever. We can do our seva with all our heart, and the entire family will be taken care of. Because we were
Yes.
3 kids, me and my 2 brothers, and we all
Mhm.
were at home, and we were like, and my Masi was crying and crying and crying कि हाय राम बच्चे अब बीमार हो गए, and she could not even say from her mouth तुम मरी नहीं है.
Mhm.
She's unwell, because I was almost half dead.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
I
got
was in
it.
such a bad state. But I've seen this happening multiple times. And
Yeah.
in the satsang itself, they say that if you are at workplace and you do the work at your workplace as seva with utmost grace, with utmost love and attention and sincerity, that also will be counted as seva rather than the work.
Yes.
And when that happens, you see yourself doing everything with all your heart, and you are getting all the appraisals and all the rewards and all the appreciation from everybody around, and you're like, oh, was it me who was doing it? Okay.
Yeah, it happens. True.
And that's the beauty of um giving. And this
Yes.
also is poking me to the point that since last 3 4 days I was away from the laptop, and that is when I was actually disconnected with my seva. This is my seva, right? and
Yeah.
and that time only I was like, oh, किस किस ना book reading club के पैसे नहीं दिए, let me text all of them.
Okay.
Now I'm
Okay.
like, oh God. Otherwise, I did not even remember. I sat and I was like writing all the accounts. Where did this money come from? Where did this money go? And I was like,
Mhm.
अरे book reading club वालों के तो पैसे ही नहीं आए हैं. Where did they go?
I
Otherwise,
seriously, if someone reminds me, I'll immediately pay it off, Karishma. Otherwise, I'll be in the wonderworld all the time.
and I was like feeling, oh God. And while reading this, that is the only thing that was coming to my head. Arey, I had to take care of the money coming, not. I was
True.
like, oh shit.
True.
I was not, connected to the divine at those times, maybe, or whatever. Otherwise, I don't see that I should be the one who should be reminding anybody. It should be happening on its own. If
True.
people, I believe that if people will see the value and they will be getting that value, they will do it. So I think I'll
True.
put in a little more hard work into this.
True. True.
All right, let's go to step number 3.
Yeah, I'll
Pranavi,
just
do you want to
start.
read?
Yeah.
All right. That's
Align
great.
your purpose with the field of intention. This is the most important thing you can do to fulfill your intention. Being aligned with the universal field means having faith that your creator knows who you are here, even if you don't. It means surrendering the little mind to the big mind and remembering that your purpose will be revealed in the same way that you were revealed. Purpose, too, is birthed from creativeness, kindness, love, and receptivity to an endlessly abundant world. Keep this connection pure and you'll be guided in all your actions. It's not
Mhm.
fatalism. Here, the fatalism meaning is belief that the future is set. It's not fatalism to say that if it's meant to be, then it cannot be stopped. This is having faith in the power of intention, which originated you and is within you. When you're aligned with your originating source, then this same source will aid you in creating the life of your choice. Then what happens feels exactly as if it was meant to be. And that's because it is. You always have a choice in how to align yourself. If you stay focused on making demands on the universe, you'll feel as if demands are being placed on you in your life. Stay focused on lovingly asking, how may I use my innate talents and desire to serve? And the universe will respond with the identical energy by asking you, how may I serve you?
Wow.
So, yeah. Step four.
This.
You want to discuss something, Karishma?
No, no, it's good. It's good. Let's go ahead. Today,
Step,
I was actually listening to one of my mentors, and he was also telling that, he, while he had nothing, he had no product to sell and all of it. He used to, go sit by the beach, and he would openly ask in the open sky to the universe, uh, that, please help me with whatever talent I have, let me help serve the world. And this is the kind of question that he had actually, phrased over there. And I was like, oh, wow, this is the same question coming to me second time in the same day. So, how can I use my innate talents and desire to serve? Was his question. And this is coming here again, and he caught it, and he's doing phenomenally well. He's earning in crores and crores every single month. And he says that I still believe that I'm only the server. I'm doing the service to the society. That's it. And the money is generating on its own.
love,
That is the power of pure intent.
lovely. Really, that's really amazing, Karishma. Seriously, I think when we do that with that sincere heart, no, then these all things will be secondary. But
Hmm.
like if the focus is on the service, no, so many things will be secondary, Karishma. I mean,
Yes,
those all are like byproducts. All right.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Step four,
Hmm.
ignore what anyone else tells you about your purpose. Regardless
Hmm.
of what anyone might say to you, the truth about your feeling purposeful is that only you can know it. And if you don't feel it in that inner place where a burning desire resides, it is not your purpose. Your relatives and friends may attempt to convince you that what they feel is your destiny. They may see talents that they think will help you make a great living, or they may want you to follow in their footsteps because they think you will be happy doing what they have done for a lifetime. Your skill at math or decorating or fixing electronic equipment might indicate a high aptitude for a given pursuit. But in the end, if you don't feel it, nothing can make it resonate with you. Your purpose is between you and your source. And the closer you get to what that field of intention looks and acts like, the more you will know that you're being purposefully guided. You might have zero measurable aptitudes and skills in a given area, yet feel inwardly drawn to doing it. Forget
Hmm.
the aptitude test results, forget the absence of skills or know how, and most important, ignore the opinion of others. and listen to your heart. Step
You
5.
know what? The day before, in the last session, we were discussing, how I was just wondering whether I should be doing this, I should quit it, or what all. And while I did not have the laptop for 4 5 days, 3 4 5 days, I was like so sad. I was like, draining. My energy was going down. And I'd actually texted one of my friends' group that my energy is draining because all of them are, coaches there. And we uh, keep holding each other's hands, that just in case any of us is drowning or feeling drained, let us be with them and pick up their energy. And although I did not receive any messages from that place, but I was lying in the sofa and I was thinking, yeah, why am I feeling so sad, why am I feeling so sad? And all of a sudden this these lines from this book started coming into my head, ki, what, if it is your purpose, you're going to actually enjoy what you're doing. And all of a sudden I realized, like, yes, I think I enjoy doing all of it. And that is why it is like, it comes easily. It's not that I have to put in a lot of effort. I'm like, putting in, day out to study and be with you guys on this platform. It just comes out naturally. I don't have to prepare for it. And it's it's like it drives me. It's, if it is not happening, I feel sad. I feel like, oh my God, I don't want to do anything else. And as I was telling in the afternoon as well, I did not do anything, any household chores. I was like just cooking, khalo, khana ban gaya, khalo, khana ban gaya, khalo. And I was like, oh God, what is this? I don't love it. And when I'm today, I'm so chirpy, so happy in this thing. And now I'm happy. The laptop is back. I am taking classes, I'm taking sessions, I'm having one-on-one sessions and all. Now I'm happy. So somehow I felt that yes, it is listening to my heart when I am here
Its
doing this.
inner talents are nothing but it's again expression of the power of intention. So once
Hmm.
you get disconnected from your innate talents, that is your inner child, obviously you are immediately detached from the vibe of that positivity. So
Hmm.
4 5 days you came to know the difference of it, how beautiful it would be if you are with the inner child, and
Yes.
how that if that connection breaks, what would be the situation or what would be the condition. So you have gone
Yes.
depth of it. Lovely.
Yes.
Yeah. Step 5.
Hmm.
Remember that the all creating field of intention will work on your behalf. Albert Einstein is credited with saying that the most important decision we ever make is whether we believe we live in a friendly universe or a hostile universe. It's imperative that you know that the all creating field of intention is friendly and will work with you as long as you see in that way. The universe supports life. It flows freely to all and is endlessly abundant. Why choose to look at it in any other way? All of the problems we face are created by our belief that we are separate from God and each other, leading us to be in a state of conflict. This state of conflict creates a counterforce causing millions of humans to be confused about their purpose. Know that the universe is always willing to work with you on your behalf, and that you're always in a friendly rather than hostile world.
Hmm. Do you want to share anything on this?
You know, I was reading that book, Karishma, wherein the author was telling that there is for sure an enemy which always stops you to get connected with the godliness, whatever.
Hmm. Hmm.
He's telling that in that particular Maya or illusion, your
Hmm.
mind is telling uh, that the universe is always unfriendly with you. You're expecting too much from the universe is not that powerful. That X person in you also tries to guide you in this particular wavelength, that
Hmm.
you're a stupid female, You think you're trusting universe just for the sake of it and something like that. But here, the authors and the great personalities, what they're trying to conclude is make it a point to that that the universe is always friendly with you. You
Hmm.
at times make you feel that universe is not friendly with you and it is not the right person, but he's telling that be careful. Universe will always be loving. It keeps on working you on the behalf. Take this point as a strong distinct. So
Hmm.
yeah, even in our real life, Karishma, bluntly we have to believe few things. So I mean, especially regarding the universe and its work. So yeah, that's what I have learned.
Even I also believe that universe is abundant. There is no end to sky. Just know that, right? जितना मर्जी ऊपर जाते रहो, there is no end. It is so far off. And I don't know, when we see the galaxies and all of that, oh, there is a lot. Then why do
Yes.
we shrink ourselves, knowing that
Yes.
we won't get it?
And the universe will always be ready to give us charisma. It's we are stopping us because somewhere that factor of that some unknown fears or whatever will stop you to
Hmm.
think that. But he is telling very clearly that वो सब कुछ भी नहीं है. Only universe is always giving. It's ever ready करके. So I love that.
Hmm.
Step 7: act as if you're living the life you were intended to live. Even if you feel confused about this thing called purpose, invite into your life every day, whatever it might be, that makes you feel closer to the God and brings you a sense of joy. View the events you consider obstacles as perfect opportunities to test your resolve and find your purpose. Treat everything from a broken fingernail to an illness to the loss of a job to a geographical move as an opportunity to get away from your familiar routine and move to purpose. By acting as if you're on purpose and treating the hurdles as friendly reminders to trust in what you feel deeply within you, you will be fulfilling your own intention to be a purposeful person.
Hmm. Very true.
That is what, no, Karishma, like I don't know, when I mean few years back when my daughter was troubling me a lot in the studies and all, so one of the trainer has told me that just say thank you to God that you are blessed with
Hmm.
this child. Then I was stubborn
Yes.
regarding that, but that is what he's trying to tell, that whatever is there, it is always these problems or whatever is there, they will.
Obstacles, struggles are
Yeah.
opportunities.
Yeah, they are your opportunities to reach to that godliness. So these are something
Yes.
like we all know all these points, Karishma, but then recalling all these points will always make
Absolutely.
us a lot. So
We have missed on step number 6, but yes, I agree, absolutely agree with you, Pranavi, because we have heard all of it maybe multiple times. But what is the purpose of going to satsang every Saturday, Sunday, or whatever? To go into that atmosphere, into that environment, into those talks again and again, so that it becomes a version of us only,
yes,
so that it gets ingrained in us that this is how life is and it should
yes,
be, right?
yes. You're just showing to your mind again and again in a very subtle way that this is the way we need to live.
Yes.
So though you like it or not, again it's like again the same thing, Karishma. No
Mm.
matter what our mind tells, but at that particular point you showing in action is important. That's it. That's what these days, so I'm connecting to those words so badly, Karishma. Like I, whatever resistance I have, whatever my mind keeps telling, but at that particular time I have to be there because it's
Mm.
all the universe which is going to take care of me. That one step though I have to do for myself, no, Karishma. So no
Very well
matter
said.
what, whatever the resistance, let's just leave it. Just stay connected karke.
Wow.
So yeah,
Amazing.
meditate. Meditate to stay on purpose. Use
Can
a
we
tech.
read step can we read step number 6 before we go to it?
I missed the step number six, sir. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, dear.
it's
Step
okay. It's
number
okay.
six, study and replicate the lives of people who have known their purpose. I repeat, study and replicate the lives of people who have known their purpose. Whom do you admire the most? I urge you to read biographies of these people and explore how they lived and what motivated them to stay on purpose when obstacles surfaced. I've always been fascinated by Saul of Tarsus, later called St. Paul, whose letters and teachings became the source of a major portion of the Testament.
That's all.
Taylor Caldwell wrote a definitive fictional account of St. Paul's life called Great Lion of God, which inspired me enormously. I was also deeply touched by the purposeful manner in which St. Francis of Assisi lived his life, as an exemplified in the novel St. Francis by Nikos Kazantzakis. I make it a point to use my free time. This is so nice, Karishma. I make it a point. I told you, no. See, whatever the reason, I make it a point to use my free time to read about people who are models for purposeful living, and I encourage you to do the same.
Pranav is already doing the same.
Yeah, these days I'm working a lot, Karishma. I know that at
Hmm.
times my brain is getting drained also, but then I'm just trying to follow that routine. Let's see how to. I
Hmm.
mean, in order to get connected to that magic, also it takes this kind of work, no, Karishma. So yeah. Step 8, meditate to stay on purpose. Use the technique of japa, which I mentioned earlier, and focus your inner attention on asking your source to guide you in fulfilling your destiny. I repeat, focus your inner attention on asking your source to guide you in fulfilling your destiny. This letter from Matthew McQuaid describes the exciting results of meditating to stay on purpose. Dear Dr. Dyer, my wife Michelle is pregnant by a miracle manifest from Spirit using all of your suggestions. For 5 years, Michelle and I were challenged by infertility. You name it, we tried it. None of the expensive and sophisticated treatments worked. The doctors had given up. Our own faith was tested over and over with each failed treatment cycle. Our doctor managed to freeze embryos from earlier cycles of treatment. Throughout the years, over 50 embryos had been transferred to Michelle's uterus. The odds of a frozen embryo successfully initiating pregnancy in our case were close to zero. As you know, zero is a word not found in the spiritual vocabulary. One precious frozen embryo surviving minus 250 degrees for 6 months has taken up a new home in Michelle's womb. She is now in her second trimester. Okay, so what you might say, I get letters like this every day. However, this letter contains proof of God, a tiny drop of protoplasm, as you have so eloquently written on many occasions, a physical mass of cells alive with the future pull of a human being, turned on in a laboratory, they turned off in a freezer. All molecular motion and biochemical process halted, suspended. Yet, the essence of being was there prior to freezing. Where did the spiritual essence go while frozen? The cells were turned on, then turned off. But the spiritual essence had to prevail despite the physical state of the cells. The frequency of vibration of the frozen cells was low, but the vibrational frequency of its spirit must be beyond measure. The essence of the being had to reside outside of the physical plane or mass of cells. It couldn't go anywhere except to the realm of spirit where it waited. It waited to thaw and manifest into a being it always has been. I hope you find this story as compelling as I do, as nothing less than a miracle, an example of spirit in body rather than a body with spirit. I repeat, example of spirit in body rather than a body with a spirit. And now for the $1 million question, could this one embryo survive such hostile frozen conditions and still manifest because I practiced the japa meditation? Just because I opened my mouth and said, I had a knowing, no question about it. Japa meditation and surrendering to infinite patience are daily practices. During my quiet moments, I can smell this baby growing. Michelle will thank me for my conviction and faith during the dark times. I praise your work for guiding me. Thank you. Now, nothing is impossible for me. When I compare what I have manifested now in Michelle's womb to anything else I might desire, the process is without effort. Effort. After you truly surrender, everything you could ever want just seems to show up right on schedule. The next amazing manifestation will be to help other infertile couples realize their dreams. Somehow, I'll help those who feel there is no hope. Sincerely, Matthew McQuaid. Many people have written to me about their success with staying on purpose through the practice of japa meditation. I'm deeply touched by the power of intention when I read about people who use japa to help achieve a pregnancy which they felt was their divine mission. I particularly like Matthew's decision to use this experience to help other infertile couples.
Wow.
Yeah, these all are miracles, Karishma.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. I feel that for everything, I feel that it's a miracle, Karishma. First of all, I feel that we being women producing babies itself is such a blessing. It
Such a
just
blessing. Such
comes
a blessing.
out of your body, and those tiny
Yes.
beings, they start making their own blood, their own bones with our being. Is such a wonder. I mean,
Yes.
such
It
a
is one
great
of the
thing.
most beautiful things that can ever happen. And
Yes.
that is no less than a magic, surely.
Yeah. Step 9, keep your thoughts and feelings in harmony with your actions. The surest way to realize your purpose is to eliminate any conflict or dissonance, meaning a conflict of opinions that exists between what you're thinking and feeling and how you're living your days. If you're in disharmony, you activate ego dominated attitudes of fear of failure or disappointing others, which distance you from your purpose. Your actions need to be in harmony with your thoughts. Trust in those thoughts that harmonize and be willing to act upon them. Refuse to see yourself as an inauthentic or cowardly because those thoughts will keep you from acting on what you know you were meant to be. Take daily steps to bring your thoughts and feelings of your grand heroic mission into harmony with both your daily activities and, of course, with that ever present field of intention. Being in harmony with God's will is the highest state of purpose you can attain. Step 10, stay in state of gratitude. Be thankful for even being able to contemplate your purpose. Be thankful for the wonderful gift of being able to serve humanity, your planet, and your God. Be thankful for the seeming roadblocks to your purpose. Remember, as Gandhi reminded us, divine guidance often comes when the horizon is blackest. Look at the entire kaleidoscope of your life, including all of the people who have crossed
Your
your
path.
path. See all of the jobs, successes, apparent failures, possessions, losses, wins, everything from a perspective of gratitude. You are here for a reason. This is the key to feeling purposeful. Be grateful for the opportunity to live your life purposefully in tune with the will of the source of all. That's a lot to be grateful for. It seems to me,
Amazing.
yeah, it seems to me that searching for our purpose is like searching for happiness. There is no way to happiness. Happiness is a way. And so it is with living your life on purpose. It's not something you find, it's how you live your life serving others and bringing purpose to everything you do. That's precisely how you feel the intention. That is the title of this chapter. When you are living your life from purpose, you're dwelling in love. When you're not dwelling in love, you're off purpose. This is true for individuals, institutions, business, and our governments as well. When a government gorges, meaning to cut a deep hole, when a government gorges its citizens with excessive fees for any service, they are off purpose. When a government pursues violence as a means for resolving disputes, it's off purpose regardless of how it justifies its action. When businesses overcharge, cheat, or manipulate in the name of profit making, they are off purpose. When religions permit prejudice and hatred or mistreat their parishioners, they are off purpose. And it's true for you as well. Your goal in accessing the power of intention is to return to your source and live from that awareness, replicating the very actions of intention itself. That source is love. Therefore, the quickest method for understanding and living your purpose is to ask yourself if you are thinking in loving ways. Do your thoughts flow from a source of love within you? Are you acting on those loving thoughts? If the answers are yes and yes, then you're on purpose. I can say no more.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. This is beautiful, right?
Yeah.
It is beyond comprehension, I would say, yet something that can be felt deeply.
Yes. Seriously, I
Thank you,
don't have
Pranavi.
words to tell also, Karishma. I mean, nothing to explain or nothing to, it needs to be felt.
And it is so divine. I never thought that love could be so beautiful. Mm, I always thought for myself that I'm going to operate from the space of love and understanding at all times. I do that. And when I'm reading it every single time, that love is the language of the power of intention. I
Mhm.
feel even more, drive towards loving and understanding people even more. No
Yes.
matter somebody has done any wrong or they have done any right. And there are times when it will be difficult to love, but those will be the testing times. And I'm looking forward to it, that how do I do, how do I manage to love at that time? Not that I want that time to come really soon, because I'm still in practicing.
True, true, true.
Yet, I'm sure that when I say this multiple times, I will be tested as well. And I think we are all here to prepare ourselves before the test comes. That's how we do it in
Yeah.
the schools, right? We prepare for the
Yes.
test before. But normally, life may test comes before and learning comes after. But since we have read such beautiful details about, how to stay connected to that power of intention, I think we can be ready for the test beforehand.
Yes, Karishma. And the best example for this is in my previous house.
Mhm.
All used to love me a lot, Karishma, but I was very young to analyze things at that particular instant or whatever. But there would be one lady who was jealous or envious about me or whatever. I
Mhm.
didn't like her behavior at all, Karishma. That
Mm.
has disturbed me a lot. The way she was telling about me or whatever, it has just broken my heart like anything. So I was broken to such an extent that I was not able to meditate. I just went to my ashram and I asked that this lady was has troubled me a lot. What am I supposed to do now? So immediately my preceptor told you sit whenever you feel angry or whenever you feel disturbed, just sit and start sending love vibrations from your heart to her heart.
Yes.
So I don't know
Also,
that.
also start blessing people if you are not feeling aligned with somebody.
Yeah,
This is what I do. I would say, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you, so that anything negative does not attract me. Or maybe I don't get attacked by the negative thoughts of my own. So
true, true.
so what I keep on telling everybody, whosoever comes to me for mentorship as well, I keep telling them that, what, be prepared in advance. Know for yourself if you have dealt with something and you know that it might come back in your life ever again. Be prepared for it. Huh? Now you
Yes,
know you have faced this thing. But next time if this happens, what are you going to do? Know it for now.
true.
And
Yeah,
keep reminding yourself. So if somebody is sending me very negative vibes, what can I do? I can start chanting, God bless you with lots of wisdom and love. God bless you with lots of wisdom. And I can, um, emotionally disconnect myself from that person to take whatever is he's giving. And Sister Shivani very beautifully puts it when she says that if somebody is giving you a gift and you do not accept that gift, what happens with that gift? That person will take the gift away to give it to somebody else.
true.
Likewise, if somebody is throwing some
Hmm.
garbage on you and you're not accepting it, what is that person going to do with it? He will have to give it to
True,
somebody else because he wants to give it to somebody. So
true.
we should be very mindful at those times that when any kind of garbage or any of those things are coming towards us, we protect our energy. We emotionally disconnect ourselves from the environment around and connect ourselves towards the godliness and
True.
start blessing these people. Ki, oh my God, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you.
Nah,
Or
yeah.
maybe you can do the japa. For my mom normally tells me that whenever any chaotic situation happens, her japa gets doubly speeded. That
Hmm. Hmm.
that is
Okay,
also a very
okay.
beautiful way.
Yeah.
So to disconnect yourself emotionally from that space and get connected to the higher source.
Yes, true, true.
All right, tomorrow we'll be starting chapter number 9, which talks about it is my intention to be authentic and peaceful with all of my relatives. Interesting, right?
Yeah,
Okay, good night. Take good care of yourself and see
yeah.
you tomorrow.
See you,
Hail and
darling. Good
hearty.
night. Yeah,
Good
good.
night. Take care.
Yeah.
God bless you.